Which woodland animal looks like it just spotted something unbelievable? This fallow deer is known for its elegant antlers and soft calls during the rutting season, moving silently through forests like a shadow. Fun fact, males can gather harems during mating season. Twist, even when they're serious, they always look slightly confused. They're not dangerous unless provoked, and the footage is real. They live across Europe and parts of the Middle East, roaming woodlands in small herds. Their main features include wide antlers and excellent hearing, giving them strong survival instincts. Personality-wise, they're gentle, alert, and sometimes dramatic. So, if this deer saw you in the forest, what do you think it would do? Freeze, flee, or judge your outfit? Which animal looks calm here, but could roar loud enough to shake the grass? This lion is taking a quiet moment, though it's one of Africa's top predators, known for power and pack coordination. Fun fact, a lion's bite can crush large bones. Twist, even kings need a water break. Yes, the video is real. Lions are dangerous, apex predators living in African savannas, resting up to 20 hours a day and hunting mostly at night. Their standout features include muscular bodies, teamwork, and intimidation. Personality, confident, lazy, commanding. So, if you heard a lion behind you, would you run, freeze, or pretend you didn't hear anything? Which tiny creature eats like someone who hasn't seen food in hours? This red squirrel is a lightning-fast forager with sharp claws and cheek pouches that can store surprising amounts of food. Fun fact, it hides nuts. It later forgets, accidentally planting forests. Twist, nature's cutest clumsy gardener. They're harmless, and the video is real. Found across Europe and Asia, they live in trees, leaping branch to branch with acrobatic skill. Their main features are agility, sharp teeth, and incredible memory. Except when it's not. Personality, hyperactive, cautious, adorable. So, how many nuts do you think this little rascal can stuff in its cheeks before it panics? Which young animal looks like it's deep in philosophical thought? This baby kangaroo, called a joey, spends months in its mother's pouch before exploring the world with surprising confidence. Fun fact, kangaroos can't walk backward. Twist, they're literally built for moving on. Not dangerous at this age, and yes, the clip is real. They live across Australia, hopping in groups and feeding on grasses. Their key features are powerful legs and balanced tails. Strength, jumping distance, and incredible stamina. Personality, curious, jumpy, charming. So, if you could hop like this, would you go everywhere bouncing? Or would you just show off to your friends? Which bird flies so silently it could pass by you without you hearing a thing? The Eurasian eagle owl is one of the largest owls on Earth with bright orange eyes and wings adapted for stealth. Fun fact, they can take down prey as big as foxes. Twist, the forest ninja you never see coming. They can be dangerous to small animals, and the footage is real. They live across Europe and Asia, hunting at night from high perches. Main features, silent flight, huge wingspan, intense eyesight. Strength, ambush power. Personality, serious, focused, mysterious. So, if this owl flew right above your head, would you even know? Which predator can stalk you so quietly you wouldn't notice until it's too late? The cougar is a solitary ambush hunter with incredible jumping ability, up to 40 feet in a single leap. Fun fact, They can purr like house cats. Twist. Imagine a house cat, but 70 kilo. Yes, very dangerous. And yes, the footage is real. They live in the Americas, from Canada to Argentina, roaming mountain forests alone. Their features include powerful legs and perfect stealth. Strength, ambush attacks, and endurance. Personality, independent, cautious, calculating. So, if this cougar locked eyes with you, what would your next move be? Which animal looks adorable while eating but could crack bones with its bite? The giant panda spends up to 14 hours a day chewing bamboo with a jaw strong enough to crush almost anything. Fun fact, they have a fake thumb for gripping stalks. Twist, cute, until you hear the crunch. Pandas aren't usually dangerous and the video is real. They live in China's mountain forests, leading mostly solitary lives. Features: strong jaws and bamboo specialized teeth. Strength, endurance eating and unexpected power. Personality, calm, goofy, gentle. So, if a panda sat next to you and stole your snack, would you take it back or just accept your fate? Which animal drinks water like it's preparing for a marathon migration? The blue wildebeest is known for one of the largest animal migrations on Earth, traveling hundreds of miles each year. Fun fact, they can run up to 80 km in a rage. Twist, they look confused, but the GPS in their brain is elite. They're not dangerous unless threatened, and the footage is real. Found across East and Southern Africa, they live in massive herds. Features: endurance and group coordination. Strength, speed and survival strategy. Personality, anxious, alert, always ready to move. So, would you join a herd running thousands of kilometers or tap out after the first mile? Which animal looks peaceful but is actually one of the most unpredictable giants in the wild? Moose are massive herbivores that can outrun horses and swim long distances easily. Fun fact, they can dive underwater to eat plants. Twist, basically a 600 kilo submarine on legs. They can be dangerous when startled, and the video is real. Moose live in northern forests across North America and Europe, feeding on shrubs and aquatic plants. Features: long legs and powerful necks. Strength, speed and raw force. Personality, solitary, stubborn, surprisingly moody. So, if this moose stared at you from the trees, would you wave or slowly back away? Which big cat looks calm but can sprint faster than most cars in city traffic? The leopard is a master of stealth, able to drag prey heavier than itself up trees. Fun fact, it's the most widespread big cat on Earth. Twist, the introvert of the jungle, silent, deadly, and hates sharing. Yes, it's dangerous, and yes, the footage is real. Leopards live across Africa and parts of Asia, hunting alone at night. Features: powerful jaws, camouflaged fur. Strength, climbing with heavy kills. Personality, secretive, confident, sharp-minded. So, if this leopard suddenly blinked at you, would you blink back or freeze mid-breath? This mighty silverback gorilla looks like he's judging your entire life with one chew. He's a powerful herbivore with incredible strength, up to 10x stronger than a human. Twist, He eats leaves, but can still bench press your house. Dangerous? Yes, if threatened. Real video? Definitely. Lives in Central African forests, moving in tight family troops. His main feature is raw strength. His personality is calm but dominant. So, if he stared at you like this, would you freeze? Or try to smile? Or just run? This snow-covered monkey looks like it's questioning its life choices in winter. It's a Japanese macaque, famous for soaking in hot springs to survive the cold. Twist, basically the spa king of the animal world. Dangerous? Not really unless provoked. Real footage. Lives in Japan's mountains, extremely social and clever. Feature, thick winter fur. Strength, endurance in freezing weather. Personality, dramatic, expressive, a bit spoiled. Would you sit next to him in the hot spring? Or would he kick you out halfway? This graceful impala looks like it's posing for a perfume commercial. Fast and alert, it can leap over 10 meters in a single jump. Twist, it runs from danger so often it should win a marathon award. Dangerous? No. Real footage. Lives in African savannas, always moving in herds. Feature, explosive jumping power. Strength, speed, and agility. Personality, nervous but elegant. If you could jump like this, would you use it to escape trouble? Or just flex on your friends? This fluffy eagle owl chick looks like it woke up after a long night out. Despite the messy look, it will grow into one of the strongest owls in the world. Twist, cute now, unstoppable later. Dangerous? To small animals, yes. Real footage. Lives in Europe and Asia, nesting in cliffs and forests. Feature, deadly talons. Strength, night vision and silent flight. Personality, grumpy, observant, slightly chaotic. When it stares like this, do you feel judged or just blessed with fluff? These Arctic wolves look like they're planning something, and you're not invited. Strong, coordinated hunters built for the cold, they roam in packs across icy landscapes. Twist, fluffy, but absolutely not huggable. Dangerous? Yes, real footage. Lives in the Arctic tundra, relying on teamwork. Feature, insulated white fur. Strength, endurance, and cooperation. Personality, loyal, strategic, serious. If a pack like this approached you, would you stand still or hope they already had dinner? This brown bear stands calmly, but don't be fooled. He's a powerhouse with sharp claws and a fisherman's patience. Twist, looks slow, but can outrun a horse in short bursts. Dangerous? Absolutely. Real footage. Lives in forests and mountains across Eurasia and North America. Feature, raw strength. Strengths, smell, power, endurance. Personality, independent, focused, food-driven. If you met him by the river, would you whisper, or quietly vanish, or pretend you're a tree? This orangutan looks like it's thinking deeply about the meaning of life. This giant anteater is busy vacuuming ants like a furry cleaning machine. Its long tongue flicks 150 times per minute, faster than some humans can think. Twist looks gentle but can kill a jaguar with one swipe. Dangerous? Surprisingly, yes. Real footage. Lives in Central and South America, wandering grasslands. Feature, super long tongue. Strength, strong claws. Personality, quiet, focused, surprisingly tough. If you had a tongue this long, what snacks would you steal first? This Cape buffalo is walking forward like it owns the entire savanna. Known as one of Africa's most dangerous animals, it can charge without warning. Twist, basically a tank with horns. Dangerous? Extremely. Real footage. Lives in African grasslands, moving in large herds. Feature, massive curved horns. Strength, power and aggression. Personality, stubborn, fearless, unpredictable. If you saw this stare, would you step back? Or freeze? Or pray your legs work today? What creature can shake the whole forest without moving a muscle? This howler monkey, famous for the loudest call of any land mammal, uses a special throat chamber to amplify its roar. Twist. He looks calm now, but one shout and your Wi-Fi will disconnect. Dangerous? Only to your ears? Real video? Yes. They live in the forests of Central and South America, spending their days resting and leaf-eating high in the canopy. Their top feature is that echoing howl. Their strength is communication across kilometers. Personality, quiet, dramatic, and ready to yell at sunrise. Final question, if this guy screamed right now, would you scream back or run? What animal looks like it sprinted, tripped, recovered, and kept eating like nothing happened? This is a hartebeest antelope, a speed specialist with oddly shaped horns and long legs built for endurance. Twist. It may look awkward, but it can outrun your car's morning startup. Dangerous? Not to humans. Real video? Yes. It lives across the savannas of Africa, grazing almost nonstop. Its key feature? Incredible stamina. Its strength, zigzag, running to dodge predators. Personality, alert, skittish, a professional overthinker. Final question, if you had legs this long, would you run faster or just trip faster? What giant can hear your snack from 2 kilometers away? The elephant, a gentle titan with incredible memory and deep family bonds. Twist, it cries, laughs, and steals fruit like a pro. Dangerous, yes, if provoked. Real video, yes. Lives in Africa, Asia, roaming in herds. Feature, trunk multi-tool. Strength, intelligence, plus strength. Personality, emotional, protective. Final question, what would you do with a built-in vacuum cleaner? Right on your face. What primate acts like a tough gangster but screams at spiders? The Shakma baboon, smart, loud, and dramatic. Twist, steals food like a seasoned thief. Dangerous? Can be. Real video? Yes. Lives in southern Africa. Lifestyle? Huge troop life. Feature? Big fangs. Strength? Teamwork. Personality? Chaotic? Fearless. Final question. Would you survive one day in a baboon troop? Or quit in 5 minutes? What horse decides stripes are fashion? The zebra. Bold patterns confuse predators. Twist. Every stripe pattern is unique like fingerprints. Dangerous. Can kick hard. Real video? Yes. Lives in African plains. Feature. Stripes. Strength. Herd protection. Personality. Stubborn. Dramatic. Final question. Would stripes look good on you? What animal laughs like it just heard gossip? The spotted hyena. Smart, social, powerful. Twist. Their bite is stronger than lions. Dangerous? Very. Real video? Yes. Lives across Africa. Feature. Jaw power. Strength. Teamwork. Personality? Chaotic. Clever. Final question. If a hyena laughed behind you, would you turn around? What ocean potato swims like a torpedo? The seal. Cute but sleek. Twist. Moves on land like a drunk sausage. Dangerous? Mild. Real video? Yes. Lives in Arctic and coastal waters. Feature. Blubber insulation. Strength. Diving. Personality. Playful. Final question. Would you boop its nose or keep your hands safe? What animal looks elegant but screams like a horror movie? The red fox. Clever and adaptable. Twist. It hides food even if it forgets where. Dangerous? No. Real video? Yes. Lives across Northern Hemisphere. Feature. Super hearing. Strength. Stealth. Personality. Sly. Final question. Fox or dog? Who's cuter? What predator looks like it was painted by a child with too many colors? The African wild dog, Africa's most efficient hunter with a 70-80% success rate.
Wild dog individuals
Twist,
survive
cute
in
ears,
the wild,
terrifying
which,
teamwork.
coupled with drastic
Dangerous,
habitat loss
yes
over the
for
past
prey.
50 years, has
Real
landed
video?
them on
Yes.
the red list of endangered
Lives in African
species.
savannas.
While African
Feature,
wild dogs are
endurance
predated
running.
by lions and leopards,
Strength,
especially
teamwork,
as pups,
personality,
the greatest
social,
threats to
loyal,
African wild
chaotic.
dogs are anthropogenic
Final question,
or human
could you
in
keep
origin.
up with a pack?
Unfortunately,
Even
these
for 10
canines
seconds?
have just as bad a
What deer carries Christmas energy all year long? The reindeer, strong, cold-proof, and born to migrate. Twist, Both males and females grow antlers. Dangerous? Rarely. Real video? Yes. Lives in Arctic and subarctic regions. Feature: snow-adapted hooves. Strength: long-distance travel. Personality: calm and hardworking. Final question. If reindeer could talk, what story do you think they'd tell you first? Migration or drama? What bird looks like it applied lipstick in the dark? The saddlebill stork. Tall, elegant, and brightly colored. Twist: silent hunter but dramatic appearance. Dangerous? No. Real video? Yes. Lives in African wetlands. Feature: long bill. Strength: precision fishing. Personality: calm, regal. Final question: does this bird look fashionable or too fashionable? What penguin looks like it's wearing a tiny helmet strap? The chin strap penguin. Small, loud, and energetic. Twist: argues constantly with its neighbors. Dangerous? No. Real video? Yes. Lives in Antarctic islands. Feature: fast swimming. Strength: teamwork. Personality: noisy and confident. Final question: could you survive in a colony of 1 million screaming penguins? What animal owns the Arctic like a frozen kingdom? The polar bear. Huge, stealthy, and powerful. Twist. Swims better than most fish. What striped hunter moves like a silent shadow? The tiger. Asia's apex predator. Twist. Swims for fun. Dangerous. Very. Real video? Yes. Lives in Asian forests and grasslands.
The water.
Feature, stealth. Strength, pure power. Personality, confident and mysterious. Final question, would you stare into its eyes or
Just
avoid eye
right.
contact forever?
His siblings are also here. But afternoon baths are not going to get any of these tigers a meal.